I met Pat and Pete Frechette before we founded Roundup River Ranch. They were very interested in learning more about what I was doing.
We got involved before any of this was ever here. It was just land.
Pete and Pat said, we want to introduce you to something that we have started to get involved with, and we'd like the entire foundation and the family to get involved. They said they've got great plans going forward, and we think as a family we should support this effort.
And so they brought us out here. All of us were there, the grandchildren, Christy, Bill. There were 9 of us.
I remember walking around with the entire family and explaining where all the buildings were going, activity areas, and they were really mesmerized by that. And then one day, in total Pete and Pat fashion, they said, maybe we could help.
Ultimately, it was about Ruth. Our parents, so much of what they did was relationship-based. The joy is what really tuned us all in.
Pat and Pete understood early on that it was going to be important for the Frechette Family Foundation to support Roundup River Ranch. So they got their daughters, son-in-laws, and 5 amazing grandchildren involved.
It was great to have our son Tom volunteer as a counselor one summer. He came back from that just glowing, having such a great experience, with the campers.
The commitment that the family has made. Everybody feels a sense of connection to Roundup. Everybody feels like we're making a difference as a foundation, and everybody is committed to continuing that for decades to come.
The values of the Frechette Family Foundation are so beautifully aligned with the Roundup River Ranch values, working with kindness and connecting with individuals and families, collaboration, compassion, joy, which is exactly what this camp is all about.
There's nothing more moving than watching the campers' faces and realizing that the mission of camp is alive in the faces of the campers. And it happens every day that camp is in session.
I think that Roundup River Ranch really touched Pat and Pete's heart, and the idea that we could provide an opportunity to embrace joy, develop self-confidence, and the ability to make friends, and really change these kids' lives.
Our parents always said that the ability to give is a gift, and we hope that we have passed that down to our children. For us, it's not actually really about the legacy of the foundation. It's more about our parents' legacy.
In addition to all the wonderful contributions they've made, Pete and Pat will forever be remembered for their beanbag chairs.
The Pat's Way signage is incredibly meaningful to us. Our father was the wealth maker, but really, it was our mother pointing out the importance of spreading the wealth. And he embraced it wholeheartedly. But, ultimately, when you came down to it, it was always Pat's Way. So we're so grateful that her name is emphasized and that who she was gets some focus.
The Frechette Family Foundation really believes in endowment giving, and that's relatively new for Roundup River Ranch. So setting a $4.5 million gift into the endowment changes what our future looks like.
One of the things we've always felt was important was that camp continue to expand, camp continue to serve more children. We wanted as a goal to see that no camper would ever be turned away because there wasn't room for him or her.
My hope for the future of Roundup River Ranch is that we're able to welcome more campers every year. We're able to accept more complex cases and be a home for campers who really can't go other places to find the joys, the ordinary joys of childhood.
What you do is help children thrive, find ways for them to build confidence and have joy in their lives.
I couldn't be more grateful to the Frechette Family Foundation, leading not only with a gift, but with their visionary participation and leadership. They are so critically important to how we're able to put smiles on campers' faces every year.